Hello, in this video we are continuing to talk about volume. In the last video we talked about the volume of a prism and cylinders, and we learned that basically it was the same formula for prisms and cylinders. It just, the only thing that changed was the capital B. So if you remember, we had V equals capital B times capital H, where B is the area of the base. Okay, so once we figured out what the base was, we had to find the formula for that area, and then we could calculate the volume. So for pyramids and cones, it's very similar. We're also going to use the capital B. The formula is going to be a little bit different, and we'll see that too as we go through the video. So what I want you to do now is I want you to go back to the Canvas module, and this link that's here should be in the Canvas module. I want you to go ahead and watch the video and complete questions 1 through 5. Okay, I want you to give me a good effort. Rewatch the video if you need to, but go ahead and answer these 5 questions. And then when you're done with that, you can come back to the video and we will continue. Okay, so welcome back. If you didn't answer all 5 questions, make sure you go back and do that so you can earn full credit for this assignment. And hopefully you saw in the video that the volume for a pyramid and cone is very similar to prisms and cylinders, except that it is 1/3 of a prism or a cylinder that has the same base and the same height. So hopefully you saw that the volume is area of the base times the height divided by 3. Okay, and I'm going to put a note here again. Remember, B stands for the area of the base. Okay, so you're going to have to find the formula that you need to find the area of the base. This is one of the most important concepts for this volume unit. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and skip Pyramid of Pennies, and we're going to move on to some examples. So let's take a look at example A. It says determine the volume of the figure below, round to the nearest tenth. Okay, so we have a rectangular pyramid, so they tell us that the base is a rectangle. Okay, so we know that the area of the base, B, is going to be length times width. You could use little b and little h if you like. And we need to find out what this height is. Let me highlight that for you. This is the height of the pyramid that we need to find. That's going to be our h. Okay, so this is OP, and we can see that OP is 6, so let's go ahead and label that height 6. We know that the volume is going to equal the area of the base times the height divided by 3. So the area of the base is length times width, so that's 8 times 5. So we have 8 times 5 times the height, which is 6, and then we're going to divide that by 3. And if we plug this all into our calculator, hopefully we get 80. Now, since there's no units in the problem, we technically don't need to put them in the answer. I'm just going to write 80 units cubed. Alright, so if there are units in the problem, make sure you always include them in the answer. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at part B. This is one of our work backwards problems. It says calculate the height of the solid below. The volume of the cone is 33 pi feet squared. So we know that V equals 33 pi feet cubed. We know that our formula is going to be area of the base times the height divided by 3. And the base here, the base is a circle, so that's going to be pi r squared h. So this is our pi r squared. I'll highlight those so you can see that I replaced the b with pi r squared divided by 3. And since the diameter is 6, I know that the radius is 3. So let's go ahead and substitute everything in. I've got 33 pi is equal to pi times 3 squared times h. You can put an x if you want. All over 3. I have a pi on each side, so those are going to cancel. I'm going to put this over 1 and cross multiply. So I get 99 is equal to 9h. 3 squared is 9. Divide both sides by 9. And I get that h is equal to 11. I'm going to make this a capital H because it's the height of the entire three-dimensional solid. So h is 11 feet. Okay, so I'm going to let you go ahead and do the rest of the problems. Make sure you get help when you need it. Don't forget to do the recap on page 20. And if you have any questions, make sure you always ask, and we'll see you next time.